Fuck it.
Fuck it in a bucket.
When plagues happen, move to where they're not. Not good, man.
The Rock
Not
is
good.
6'5".
How tall is Winston Duke?
That's what I was. Yeah, okay.
Winston.
I was like, how do you spell Winston?
Mbaku.
I was like,
How do you spell M'Baku?
It's M''BAKU. Pretty sure that's how I spelled
I
it.
think so.
I think it is.
Wikipedia, you let me down. Doesn't say his height.
I usually go to the Googles for that.
I am on Google. There it is, 6'5".
No, you looked way bigger than him. Maybe it was like just the angle of the picture or something.
Oh, Mike, you're right. M''BAKU.
Oh. All
Good
right.
job, buddy. Super boring. We started recording, by the way.
No, I know. I'm looking for that picture
Yeah, I'm trying to
That,
see if there's something.
Mike was talking about, but I don't see anything here.
Nope, I don't see anything either. I think Mike made it up. It's just a fever dream he had.
No. Am I even here?
I don't know, Mike. Are you even here?
Man.
Boom, got him.
Or did you feel asleep again?
Yes, notice that when I sent it. I was like, "Oh fuck me."
I feel asleep all the time. Not for long stretches of time, but it does happen. Speaking of non-sleeping,
Yes,
comes naturally. We are.
Joe.
Mike,
I'm Cody. Welcome to the show, everybody. We're actually going to get
Yeah.
going now that we're almost 3 minutes in, talking about nonsense and typing on computers.
picking my schedule at work.
Yep.
Yeah, pick
So
that
Mike, what do you
schedule.
think of the new Jurassic World 3 title?
Dominion.
Dominion.
Maybe
Jurassic World Dominion.
I don't care. I'm very unhappy with the last one.
Yeah.
Better see a badass preview before I get excited.
No, it's going to be Jurassic World 3 Dominion. This is going to be a piece of garbage remake of Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah. I
I
don't
don't
know.
understand why that they decided, like, look, we're going to wipe the slate clean. We're going to keep Jurassic Park, but we're going to wipe the slate clean.
Because they thought they could do it better.
We're going to do this. But yeah, they thought they could do this better. We're going to do this better, guys, by remaking the movies that everybody didn't like and keeping all the shit that people didn't like about them.
Yes, they thought they could do it better. Like, we could do this better.
We can make this worse. Yes.
Yeah,
We can
exactly.
do better at making this worse.
You're getting it, Joe.
No goddamn sense.
You're finally getting it.
I'm finally getting it. When do the big bucks come in now?
Oh, no, you have to get it first. You have to be the first person to get it.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. If you're not the first person to get it,
Then,
you're
that,
just like,
then that's how you don't get it named after you.
there
Got
you
it.
go.
Makes
Lou
sense.
Gehrig.
Yeah.
Sports knowledge.
Sports
yeah. I was gonna say, who's
Did they-
writing this one?
What?
Who's writing this one?
I don't remember. Did they give more details about the plot? No.
All we know is it ties into that short they released midway through last year.
Like dinosaurs are just
Fucking
everywhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
terrorizing
They're bringing back Allie, Grant and
Ellie.
Ellie. That's what it was. Yeah, Ellie. And there was something even that I read about even that some of the kids might be coming back.
Yeah, I think the girl I know was
Yeah.
interested, or they were talking to her or something like that.
Yeah. So fucking stupid. whatever.
As y'all can tell, Joe's super excited about it.
I wasn't even super excited about the sequel because when more ideas about the plot came out, it sounded dumb, and then you watch the actual movie, and the fucking ending was goddamn atrocious.
Well, this will make Joe happy. The two people who wrote the second one are right in the third one.
Oh,
Which one of them is Colin Trevorrow, the director, and the other one is Derek Connolly, who co-wrote Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom with Colin Trevorrow.
so
So
this is going to be hot garbage.
it's going to be a sequel
It's gonna
to
be hot garbage.
to Fallen Kingdom for sure.
I mean, I'll give it a shot, but
Yeah, I'll watch anything with dinosaurs eating people, but doesn't mean I'm gonna like it.
exactly. Because I've seen all of the Jurassic Park movies,
Oh, I have to.
and I can find some redeeming features in some of them.
Some of 3, not so much a 2.
Well, 2 I can find some redeeming features in as well.
What, the part where the two dinosaurs like rip the guy apart? Because that was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, like Malcolm, although
Gymnastic daughter.
yeah, that was one of the scenes that
Awesome.
didn't really make sense. But at least it all took place on the island. for
Everyone
one.
knows an island where they make dinosaurs are gonna have uneven bars for you to defend yourself in gymnastic style.
Yes, that was one
To a,
of the
That
cre-
makes-
to a creature that we've seen snatch stuff out of the sky
Yeah.
before.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, she got the dumb one.
Oh, okay.
There's always a dumb one.
Lucky her.
There is always a dumb one, that's true.
That one couldn't open a door; it had to dig under a wall.
Yeah, right?
Which, by the way, also not a dumb thing to do because it knew to dig under a wall.
Very true. But like I said, there's some redeem. It might take me a while to remember all the redeeming features of it, but there were some redeeming features of it.
Well, we have their shoot. So Chris Pratt said that his shoot is 100 days long.
So much.
Yeah, I mean that's a
It just
lot.
means
I mean he's the main in it,
the
so I mean
character,
obviously,
yeah.
but like that's a lot. That's a lot of days.
Yeah,
I mean that's almost literally a third of a year.
I'd be interested in knowing then how much what's her name, because what's her name is coming back too.
I believe so. Dallas Bryce Howard.
Yes, Dallas Bryce Howard.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
I was all
Did I
like-
say that
I said I was like, wait a minute.
Just when you guys said it, I was like, no. And then you said it again. I was like, no, that's not right.
Still not correct.
Yes, Bryce Dallas Howard is coming back. Sam Neill is, Laura Dern is, Jeff Goldblum is, Mike's favorite Justice Smith will be back. Jake Johnson's coming back. Nick from New Girl.
Why does he need to come back? Not that. Look,
First
I
off,
like him.
he needs to be in
He's-
everything. All right, first
he's
off.
a very good actor, especially his.
You ever seen him
surprise-
play a dead guy in The Mummy? It's fucking awesome.
I did not.
Oh, it's
love
right.
that
We
movie
were talking
so
about last
much.
week. I haven't seen the movie.
He was fantastic in Mythic Quest,
Yep.
Raven's Banquet. So don't get me wrong, I'd love to see him and stuff, but that character, why? Why?
So you can.
It was a throwaway
Open.
character in.
Hey, if you ask Michael Crichton, so was Malcolm.
He was supposed to be, yes.
That's supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
He got better though.
To be fair, a lot of characters were supposed to be dead by the end
Yeah.
of Jurassic Park. And the movie was just like, nah, we'll just change all this around so that we can do sequels as well.
Not just that, like he even brought him back for his book,
He did, yes.
but he explained why though.
Yeah.
But yeah, to Joe's point, so many people were supposed to die. It's also supposed to be a baby T-Rex.
Yeah.
Which was adorably terrifying.
Probably would have been.
When he's just in the bush eating that guy,
Yeah,
I was just like, what the fuck? Where was this at?
you know. It was there all the time.
Yep. Tired of all these motherfucking dinosaurs.
On this motherfucking island.
Yep. I don't see.
All these motherfucking people.
I don't see the little girl. I can't remember her name now. Tim and
Alex?
what's her name?
Lex.
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 I don't see her listed here. But I know there's like there was like rumors or she was talking to him or whatever. But yeah, Jake Johnson's character's name was Lowry Crothers.
Okay. What a stupid name.
Did he actually have? Did they call him by name at all
No, I
in the
don't think
movie?
so. I don't recall at all.
Interesting.
Hey, dude from New Girl.
I know that's how we did.
BD Wong is making a return. That evil bastard.
I know he's
Fine, whatever.
Oh yeah, he got away, huh? On the
Yeah.
on the helicopter in the last one. I kind of want to watch the second one again, like knowing it's not what I want it to be,
Knowing that
and
it's
seeing if it's like still as upsetting.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah, probably.
The beginning of it wasn't very bad. It was setting things up kind of interestingly, especially and I know going the trailers was like, okay, this island is being destroyed. They're trying to save dinosaurs, blah, blah, blah. But then so that was like literally the first third to a half of a movie. And then it's the last half of the movie.
We're all just in the house.
Where it was the house, we brought dinosaurs over to land, and you're like, wait, didn't we do this already in another fucking movie? And look how it turned
And
out.
they're auctioning them.
first off.
And we find out that the little girl's a clone. Okay, who the fuck
I
cares
forgot
about
all
that?
about that.
Do you
And
see?
then she's like, "Oh, I'm standing at the gas chamber, like
I don't want to kill
I
them
don't
too.
want to kill
Did
the
you see the
dinosaurs, so I'm gonna hit the
disappointment
big
on his
fuck-"
face?
Yes, I did. It was,
That was
fantastic.
amazing.
That's why I'm continuing.
I wish there was a camera.
And I'm just gonna hit the big red fucking button that opens the giant fucking doors, so that these dinosaurs that aren't meant to be with people and other creatures are now able to just run around.
You know, the fact that she let him out, that part didn't bother me. I was all like, I could see some dummy being like, no, let him live, and letting him out. But
I can see the
forgot she
let
was a fucking
them
clone
live part.
of her. Yeah, that's
I don't
bad.
even remember what she was. She was a clone of.
Well,
her
the guy's daughter.
Yeah.
daughter. Yeah, okay, the daughter. Yeah.
And so the girl that she thought was her mom was just her, right? Yeah. Why though? That's so weird.
Because cloning.
That's like an odd, like an unnecessary subplot to a movie that you don't need.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Like, I get it. We clone these dinosaurs, kind of. Like, all right, we don't have to make.
Can we
people
clone
too.
humans too? Apparently, yes. Yes, the answer is yes. You can clone humans too in this world.
Did they get the human
she's-
blood from a mosquito?
She's in the
Maybe.
third one too.
Of course she is.
Yeah.
She's got to stand trial for the fucking war
Nah.
crimes that she's.
Nah, there's no war crimes. It's just a land ruled by dinosaurs now. That's just
All of North America is just overrun by dinos.
yeah. That's why you don't go
Well,
camping.
We assume it was North America because we don't
No,
know
it was-
what part.
It was North America.
I know we
No,
don't. We don't.
Well, it showed that one raptor. Was it blue? Run into Vegas, right?
Yeah, what I'm saying is we don't know what part. Like I'm saying, like it could be like northern, like western, like West Coast is fucked over. East Coast is like, no, we good, bruh.
The only
No, we're
thing
fucked.
that like really interests me in the third one is Blue's relationship with Owen. Like I just want to see them be friends. Like you guys saved each other a couple times. Let's just be buddies. Let's team up and take down all the other people.
Which is probably
other
what's
bad
going to end up
dinosaurs.
happening.
Owen riding Blue, shooting two guns at once at some point in this next movie.
He's got a,
If
he's
that
got a dino
happens,
saddle
it's
on
going to
him.
be the most awful but also awesome moment in cinematic history.
Mike just wants, what was it, Dino Warriors? Dino
Riders.
Dino Riders.
I want Owen to put a harness and a saddle on Blue, hold the reins in his teeth like fucking Big Jake, and go down there shooting 2 6-shooters at the same time.
That's fucking awful.
But never reloading.
Yeah.
This is what you want right here. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
You gonna find the cat riding the T-Rex?
No. Oh, fuck. Where'd it go? Right there. This is what you want. Right there.
Yeah, I mean, I want it to look cooler, but yeah, that's exactly what I want.
Yeah.
He's in a high chair though. Like that's a weird way to ride a raptor. Small saddle.
Oh yeah.
That's gross. I'm excited though. All right, you guys. I changed my mind. I'm very excited about part 3. You talked me into it, Joe.
Fuck.
I don't know if that was your plan, but
It was
you
not
did
my
it.
plan at all. Started out so
I'm buying
well.
tickets right now.
I believe they're not available yet.
Nope.
Blank check.
I'm gonna get a gift card for Fandango and
It's
hold it
scheduled to
Just
release.
until
just for those.
Jurassic World 3.
It's released. It's scheduled to release June 11th, 2021.
So we got time for the apocalypse.
Yep, they're filming in Canada apparently. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Jurassic World Dominion. Booyah. Have either of you seen the trailer for The Green Knight?
No.
What that?
It's not what you think it is, Mike. It's not weed based.
Easy. Thought it was a sequel to that Martin Lawrence movie.
Black Knight.
Yeah, remember that one?
I
No.
do. I do remember that one. Unfortunately. Let me pull up. I'm not gonna play the trailer for you, but what's his name? Dev Patel. You know who that is? Dude that from Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh, okay.
Like
okay.
that kid.
Yeah.
So it's a fantasy adventure based on Arthurian legend. The Green Knight tells the story of Sir Gawain, Dev Patel, King Arthur's reckless and headstrong nephew, who embarks on a quest to confront the infamous Green Knight, a gigantic green-skinned stranger.
Interesting.
The trailer is fucking madness.
Okay.
Like at one point he's riding through this like fog-filled valley and he looks up to this mountain where he's walking or something and a giant hand comes over. I was like, what the fuck is happening? It looks fucking insane.
Sounds like it could be cool.
Yeah, no, it looks fucking amazing, but I was like, I don't know what the hell's happening in this. Yeah, you should look it up. It's pretty fucking gnarly.
I wonder if it's has some sort of actual legend behind it.
Based on a book or something, right?
Well, because you're saying it's connected to the.
Oh, no, it's not a book, it's a
Arthurian
fucking-
legend. So I'm wondering if it actually is, or if this is something else.
Well, here's the thing about it. Based on something from the 14th century. So yes, I guess you would say that it is. It is weird, but it looked fucking rad.
All right then.
I'll make sure my volume's down so I don't have to pay for anything.
You get the cheddar, don't worry.
No, not that kind of cheddar, I don't. So you can
In
watch
a
it.
time when honor was everything.
It's real.
It's really weird. He's just sitting there on the throne like a statue. Oh, now he's on fire.
on fire. God damn it, Ricky Bobby.
This
Yeah.
bitch is on fire.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
A24 Studios.
Mm-hmm.
What was the last thing they made?
Made a bunch of crazy shit.
Yeah. I mean, it looks well done.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
Up, camera angles.
Oh.
Dead guy. Blind
Yeah,
guy.
he's tied up, yeah.
Drowny guy.
Oh, drowned
Dead
guy.
drowny guy.
Dead drowny guy.
Ooh, dead axe guy.
Oh, that's
Oh, that was a
hand.
giant hand.
Told you.
Ooh. A puppet decapitation.
Mhm.
People aren't watching this. They're going to be very confused.
They are.
Yeah.
Wearing
What the fuck
sunglasses?
was that? Yeah. The Green Knight.
Oh, because he's made out of, like, wildlife. Like,
Maybe.
trees and shit. That's
Yeah.
what it looked like.
At first, I thought the Green Knight. I thought meant like, oh, he's new at being a knight, Then I watched the
I was
trailer.
literally thinking it's going to be one of two things. It's going to be a knight whose armor is green, or it's going to be somehow the knight, like the actual knight is green.
Yeah, no, I was like, okay, what? And then I watched it. I was like, oh no, that knight is green. Like that knight, he is a green. Okay.
The meaning of his greenness has puzzled scholars since the discovery of the poem, who identify him variously as the Green Man, a vegetation being of medieval art, a recollection of a figure from Celtic mythology, a Christian symbol, or the devil himself. Okay.
Alrighty.
So I guess even historically, not even really sure what they meant by Green Knight.
Yep. So they just took it as face value and made it a knight that is green.
Because the Emerald Knight was already taken.
Okay.
J.R.R. Tolkien called him the most difficult character to interpret in the introduction to his edition of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight.
Okay. Oh,
Interesting.
story based on a
Did you
poem.
Did you see that video of Stephen Colbert? You know how Stephen Colbert is like a Lord of the Rings super fan?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
See him shit all over The Hobbit?
Yes.
That's funny. It made me laugh. I was like, I thought you were supposed to like both of them. But he did not like both of them.
I thought you're supposed to like both of them, he says.
Yeah, if you like one, you gotta like the
Like
other.
it's a fucking rule.
He was even in one of them.
He was in The Hobbit.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
He was in the movie
Yeah.
or the book he didn't like. What a sellout. Go back in time and be in the fucking Lord of the Rings, you bitch.
He liked the books.
No, he
Yeah.
didn't like the books.
He didn't like the books?
He didn't like the Hobbit book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
I wasn't talking about the movie.
Because, yeah, he liked I know he liked the Lord of the Rings books.
Yeah.
He grew up on
Not
those.
like,
Oh, so you shitting on the book.
yeah.
Well, good, because the book's fucking terrible.
The book
Yeah.
is
Well,
not
have you
good.
seen the cartoon?
Yes.
Yeah.
The
I'm
cartoon is
still
better. It's better.
traumatized by that fucking cartoon.
The book, the cartoon is better than the book.
Yeah.
And I think the actual Hobbit, the Peter Jackson movies, were way better than the book themselves as
Dang.
well.
Yeah. The book is fucking
Dang.
terrible.
How many movies did he turn that into? 3 or 4?
3.
3. So 3 and 3,
crazy.
so 6 total.
Which is funny because it's the shortest of all the books.
Yeah. Well, he added a lot of stuff that wasn't in the book and then took out a lot of stuff. Like, he made his own shit. He literally just took
He-
the idea and made his own shit.
He took awful and made good out of it. He's like, oh no.
Yeah.
Well, except for the whole singing dwarf scene. I was like, I could
While
have
doing the
probably
dishes?
well, and,
dinner and dishes. Thank you.
And I know a lot of people have complained about the love story between the one of the dwarves and the elf. I can't remember her name either.
Yep.
It's been a while since I've seen
Aerosmith's daughter?
it. No,
That elf?
No, the other one.
No, the other one. I could take that or leave it. I didn't
Yeah.
really care about it, but I like those movies.
I did enjoy those movies, other than the
Thoroughly.
singing dwarf part. I'm glad they didn't continue on later on.
I actually like the singing dwarf
I-
parts.
I
It
just
was
felt-
really well done.
It was well done. It just felt weirdly out of place
Not really to
for
me.
the rest of the movies.
Nah,
Yeah,
you
neither
gotta
did.
understand, like in that. I mean, what else do those people have to do? They get around and smoke and sing and drink and whatever.
I get it. Just it didn't happen at all in their other movies. So I was like, well, I don't know why.
In the cartoon, it did.
In the
well,
cartoon.
maybe not that specific scene, but they
Yeah.
did sing in the cartoon.
Yeah, that's what dwarves do. They sing.
Exactly.
It's just very weird to do
Okay, fine, whatever.
because it didn't feel like the rest of the movies. That's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, they didn't do it in every movie that I can think of.
But Smaug was dope.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yep.
Very, very Scrooge McDucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, right?
There was something else I wanted to talk to you fucks about.
Well, there was the Star Wars announcement
Oh yeah,
about the the Republic,
High Republic.
High Republic. And I still never went back and watched any of that stuff.
Did you,
Sent-
did you end up watching that
No.
video? No, I didn't think so. I was too busy being balls deep in vacation.
Yeah. So tell us about it, Cody, since you're the only one that.
So, a couple years ago at Star Wars Celebration, Kathleen Kennedy and a couple people announced the thing called Project Luminous, which they said was going to be a future of storytelling within Star Wars. No one knew what that meant. until just the other day when they're like, hey, by the way, remember that thing we talked about that we gave you no indication about what it actually is?
Here it is.
Here it is. It's called Star Wars: The High Republic, and it takes place 200 years before the beginning of the Skywalker saga, and is in the height of the Republic being the major force in the galaxy, or in their section of the galaxy. And it is going to be focused on the Jedi being the controlling police force within the galaxy itself.
Okay.
And it's going to have, I think they said like I think there's 6 main Jedi characters they're going to be focusing on, and they're going to have branching other ones that go up, and it's going to tell a vast different stories within that time frame, all with Jedi and a new enemy force that to deal with, which again I don't remember the name of. I could probably look it up, but I didn't. That are essentially space Vikings.
Okay.
They are, and then so what this will do is this will basically give them a launching point for different media to have stories told within this time.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be a new era that has never been explored within Star Wars on any media. It's going to have books for kids, book for preteens, for teens, for adults. It's going to have comic books. It's going to have potentially movies, TV shows, cartoons, all these different things that could happen within that frame. And they're billing it as the golden era of Jedi because there's tons of them.
Yeah.
And it's basically shows you what it was before Order 66 was enacted and essentially murdered
what you see
all
in the
the
prequels.
Jedi. Yep.
Where you have all the Jedi, they're around and
Yep.
stuff.
And they when needed they're called and they will take down evil and help restore order inside the Republic.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see they have a lot of people working on it. A lot of people have been working on it for apparently like 3 years now.
Damn.
Yeah.
They're already this deep into it.
Yeah.
Wow. They've
Like
kept
they'll
that quiet.
have stuff out this year. They'll have comics and books out this year.
They've kept that shit quiet.
Yeah, like that video even shows like they have all these different artists doing that they brought in to do concept art for stuff, and then they showed not final art. Well, they showed some final art because they showed book covers and stuff, but they showed a lot of it. And like it's they're not just like winging it. They're not like, oh hey, let's announce a thing and start flooding it out in the market. They're like, no, this is an actual plan we've put forth, and it's interesting because a lot of people thought the Mandalorian was what Project Luminous was, and they're like, it would make sense because like it's been in development, and apparently it was in development while Project Luminous was going on, all at the Skywalker Ranch, and so it's interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see where it goes and what it is, because they're starting, like, a lot of people were wondering why they're starting to phase out the Skywalker saga stuff, not just because the movies are ending, but obviously in the comic book realm too. Now we know why, because now the High Republic will be taking center stage on that, and I'm sure you'll still have young Luke stories and things like that'll come out, but this will be the main creative influx of stuff coming in.
This will be the new play box, the new toy box to play in.
Yep. Yeah, because it is something where they have loose rules that they need to play with, because it's just like,
You're not sticking to established characters and stuff.
Exactly.
You
You can make all these new characters that, yes, we know what their ultimate fate is, but it's 200
so
years
far
before
away.
Any of that happens. So it's like a lot of them would be naturally dead
A couple
anyways.
characters that we already know, right? Like,
Well,
Yeah.
the one character I keep thinking about like that is Yoda. Because how old is he?
They showed a young Yoda.
They showed a young
Yeah,
Yoda?
with hair
Okay.
and everything.
So yeah,
Yeah.
he's easily the one that could actually.
Yeah.
be-
just
He'll be
pictured
the
like a full head of like slick black.
brown. It's brown hair. It's slicked back. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. I'll pull it up.
We're starting to piece together his look for his entire life. We go off of Baby Yoda. We have a reference point. Now we go to
I
Greaser
just
Yoda.
imagine, what was it? Was Yaddle? Did Yaddle have hair?
Yeah.
There was a
yeah.
Yoda puppet that
She had like
hair.
a ponytail, right? Like a high
Well,
ponytail.
Yoda, the full CG one they used early had wispy white hair.
Yeah.
No,
and
there was
then-
like there was one that was like blonde and had like a full on.
Oh man, I don't know.
I don't remember now.
Let's see if I can pull up the.
I'm gonna look up Yoda hair and just see what pops up.
Well, who the other? There's a couple other Jedi's, right? Or like at least bad guys that had been around that long.
Oh, there's a bunch. Yeah.
Like Grievous. Grievous would have been in that time frame, right?
No, he would have been because he was around during Clone Wars, beginning of the Clone Wars.
But I thought he was like mega old though too, wasn't he? Oh,
No.
well, fuck me. I guess that's stupid.
So this will be. This
Yeah, I guess
isn't.
It was Yaddle.
This wasn't.
Oh,
this doesn't have Yoda, in it, but this will show you some of the art they've been doing.
Oh, look at all those different colors:
I can't really see to switch it.
red,
but you
greens,
can see,
blues, and yellows.
But you can see the hilt. Like one of them has a hilt. You see that guy focused on a lot because he's one of the mains.
Oh yeah, that hilt right there.
Yeah,
You said it's all going to be books and comics.
books and comics, and then eventually, if it does well, they'll probably broach into
Like a TV show.
TV show in movies and stuff.
That one right there is like straight medieval hilt.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
It's pretty cool. I like
Yeah.
it. Some sketches right there. Are
Yeah.
Weird. Oh, those must be the Viking people.
That's them. They
Okay,
probably it
yeah,
might have
yeah.
their name on there somewhere. It's like something. I want to say it starts with an N or something, but they're pretty gnarly looking.
Funny picture.
Yeah,
Well, it's a background shot of what would look like a Tatooine type place, and then it's just a natural
picture laid down on
laid
it.
on top
oh,
of it.
nice.
There's another one. They have a very medieval. Well, those ones did. This one
Oh, it's
doesn't
got a
right
space
here.
suit.
This one, she has a full-on spacesuit, but those other ones, they have a more medieval look to them rather than like a, I don't know what you would call the robe that the Jedi use, where that we're more classically
Yeah,
seeing them in.
more like a
Oh,
monkey type
Darth
robe.
Maul. Am I too far? Did I get into something else?
I don't know.
'Cause that's Darth Maul. It's legitimately Darth Maul.
Oh, they're showing the sketches. This is one of the villains. Oh, this is one of the hero Jedis they were doing.
Yeah.
She has a more samurai type look to her,
Yeah.
more oriental.
Yep.
Oh, well,
Am I not?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying oriental look.
You know, Top Ramen changed their Oriental flavor to soy.
Yeah.
Soy.
Yeah, it just says soy now. It doesn't say Oriental.
That's weird.
So you refer to her as soy.
Yeah. So here's more of the
'Cause that's
the
where I
bad
learned.
guys.
Yeah, that's less racist.
More of the bad guys.
Fucking God of War. Right
Yeah,
there.
that's what I was like. Whoa, what this fuck?
Kratos.
Kratos.
But I guess so that would make sense if they're more Viking type.
Yeah.
You have that aesthetic.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Oh, there's the space station.
Star Wars 9.
Yep.
Deep Space
Deep Star Wars 9. Oh, here's the one with the Wookiee.
Yeah, bitch.
Wookiee with the lightsaber.
Yeah.
I just hope he doesn't ever come into contact with that hair, because that would
But
smell.
yeah, and he has a hilt on his too,
Yeah, he
and
does.
he's using two full hands. It makes it look like it might be a broadsword type thing. Because Wookiees are routinely pretty large
Yeah,
gentlemen.
they are. Which would be really cool to see.
Wookiee Jedi.
That's
Yeah.
that's what he.
Well, I mean, we've never really seen one, but
I guess why not? Huh?
yeah,
That's fucking dope.
It is dope,
I
right?
never thought about that
Yeah.
kind of thing. I always forget there's others. Like we're
Yeah.
always so focused on Chewie. I know we've seen like their homeland, and we've seen more in like Solo and stuff, but
so here's the
I
first.
was like,
But you only
just
ever,
Chewie.
yeah.
Yes, here's the 5
I want one
they
to be
show
named
off for
Frank.
August.
I want one to be named Frank.
I mean, it could be. I mean, Frank could be a name that they have.
Those are comics.
So those are books and comics. The middle ones, or actually, I think the ones on the ends are comic books. There's a children's book, and then 2 of the adult teenager type books in there. Oh, and here's the 6 core characters that they have kind of a backstory and stuff for.
Okay,
So,
interesting.
and they'll have each story will have its own main characters, but these are kind of like the 6 like they're basing everything off of, I guess.
Cool.
Yeah, but pretty neat. So it's High Republic. Pretty crazy what they're doing with it. But a lot going into it for sure. I mean, they put a lot of force behind it. I don't know how to use that, but
I would have gone with effort, but whatever.
yeah, it's pretty interesting. There was a better. No, I don't know where it went. But they have like Charles Soule, who writes some of the Star Wars books now. He's part of the writing group, and Phil Notto, who does a lot of the Star Wars art right now for the books, is part of it as well. I think they're teaming up on a couple of theirs. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a lot of Star Wars content in a good way. Kind of going back through, that's going to be more fresh and have a lot more newer ideas and stories in it versus just the same old Jedi versus Sith type thing. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah, man. I don't think there's anything else. A lot of cool new figures showed at Toy Fair this past weekend. Bunch of new Ninja Turtle ones. Bunch of wrestling ones. AEW got their own action figures that debuted at Toy Fair.
Finally.
Cool.
Yep. Yeah. I think that's about it. Unless anybody else got something to bring up.
Nope.
All right,
Not
cool.
really.
It was a
slowish week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing going on.
Yep.
Really catching up on all the shows. Still watching Lock and Key, which has been fantastic.
So good.
The Outsider. I don't know how they're going to wrap that up in the next, two
Episodes.
two
Yeah.
episodes that they have left. What else am I watching? McMillions, the fucking McDonald's
Scandal thing.
scandal thing, the docuseries on HBO. It's a fantastic docuseries. I would definitely go and watch. And I'm not one to watch documentaries. But I already knew a little bit about it going in, so I already thought it was kind of fascinating to learn that basically no one through the whole 1990s had any chance of winning any of the money or high-end gifts. Or
You know how many
Stuff.
small fries I won off that fucking game back in the day?
one.
No, bunch, dude.
Oh,
You get
okay.
small
Yeah,
fries,
the
like,
small fry was like the number one default one.
or like a medium drink.
Yeah. You were swimming
Trying
in
to
them
think.
shit. You could have all the fucking medium cokes
I
and
won
small
I
fries.
won
You can
something
deal with.
that was actually like better. I can't remember exactly what it was.
I remember the one time
It
I won a
wasn't a
Big
Dodge
Mac
Viper.
off of a Big Mac. I
No.
was like, this is Inception of Big Macs.
I don't even know what Inception is yet.
Nope.
I don't know, like maybe a gift card, like a $25 gift card or
Oh,
something like that.
shit.
That's pretty
I
good.
felt pretty amazing. I was
Like,
like, I can't be stopped.
I never remember winning anything
It's
off
the
the
greatest
actual
moment of my
board,
life.
I never.
but I remember winning
you can
stuff
never-
just off the
Yeah,
fucking,
you never went on the board.
you know?
The board, they made sure one thing on each of them was only available in like separate corners of the country.
Like,
So
there's
you're
no way
never
this
gonna win.
motherfucker from
Well,
Arizona.
No, that was the problem. Is that you couldn't win.
Yeah.
It basically turned out that the guy that was in charge of security for the company that McDonald's hired to
Secure it?
No, that hired to do the printing and everything.
Oh, okay.
So this company actually deals in lottery tickets and stuff like that. They do the whole printing. They do all the distribution and everything
Oh,
of it.
so like a
They
legit-
literally handle the whole entire thing. McDonald's just goes, okay, well, this is what we want to do. You just go and do it. type
Gotcha.
thing. And so this dude was like, there were security measures in place to make sure that no one could steal these things, but he found a way around it. And so he was literally stealing these tickets, and at first just handing them out to family members, and then the mob got involved, well, one guy got involved that's from the mob, and then the mob got involved from the rest from there. And so they just started handing things out and then taking cuts of the winnings and whatnot. It's actually really fucked up. They would take 50% cut. So like $1 million winner, she gets the money. So it's $50,000 a year for 20 years. So the mob would take 50% cut before taxes, and I believe it was the other guy that they called Uncle Jerry. He's the one that actually he's the one that would steal the tickets.
Gotcha.
He would take that would be a $10,000 or $15,000 cut. Or basically, by the time that everything was said and done before taxes, she would only get $10,000 of the $50,000, and then have to pay the taxes on the rest. So she was basically making nothing off the rest of it, off of the millions. Yeah, it was really fantastic, interesting. And the FBI agent, he wasn't the head of it. He was just the one of the under the what do they call them, like the entry level agents or something like that. Such a fucking character this dude is. He is not your typical FBI agent. He's just like, let's do this, just throwing out all these fucking ideas that all their higher ups are like, dude, calm the fuck down. Like, so that when they went and met with McDonald's, so they got a tip.
They met McDonald?
No. So they got a tip. They got a tip saying that the McDonald's scam was going on. The FBI initially was like, we don't care. Really.
Yeah, it's like we don't.
Well, he, being a new agent, was like, let's take a look at this. It's like, gung ho about uncovering this conspiracy of McDonald's, which at the time they didn't know was an actual like scam going on. When they did their own little investigation, which was literally like, okay, who's all won this? And it's like, so they get all the names of the winners, and they're like, well, this person's related to this person, who's related to this person, and they live in the same area as this person. And it's like, yeah, okay, something's fucking weird going on, because all the winners for the past 10 years have been like on the East Coast. Nothing on the West Coast at all. And so they finally got to the point where they're like, should we go to McDonald's and tell them about this? Or should we continue an independent investigation, because we don't know who in McDonald's is involved, possibly involved in this? And they finally made the decision to approach McDonald's. They called over. Apparently, there's a dude who's just like head of fucking worldwide security for McDonald's. That they called him. They got him to fly down without even telling him. They're just like, come and meet us in Florida in our office, and we're going to explain to you what's going on. And the young FBI agent decided to show up in a gold suit to this fucking meeting.
Okay.
Because that's just the character he is. Everybody looks at him like, what the fuck? And he's just loving it.
Did you mean to say that?
Yes.
Okay. Sure. I was like,
great storytelling.
Yeah. Excellently done.
You're welcome. So it's a fantastic show. I would definitely go and watch it. It's a lot longer than I thought it was. I thought it was only going to be 3 episodes long. It's 8.
Oh, really?
It's a like a legit miniseries.
Wow.
It's already 4 episodes in. It's got like another 2-3 left.
I literally thought it was like 3. Yeah.
I looked it up before, and I can't remember how much it was.
That's cool though.
Yeah. And they haven't even gotten into like after these past 4 episodes, they haven't even really gotten into the character known as Uncle Jerry, who's the one that's really behind it. They haven't interviewed him or anything like that. They haven't even talked to the mafia guy yet. I don't even actually know if he's still alive, because the way the last episode ended, you're like, oh, that dude has to be dead.
Yeah, guy's not gonna be making it.
Yeah, he's not gonna be making it.
He's swimming with the fishes.
Yeah, pretty much. What's funny too is to how much that the mob guy, he's actually a member of the Colombo crime family from New York.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. How much you've actually seen him, because he was actually one of the winners of the Dodge Viper, apparently, who went on TV.
Oh, Jesus, he's smart.
And was like, I won a Dodge Viper.
Oh, he real smart.
Yeah, like apparently there were people in the family that weren't very happy about that.
I
particular
can't
thing,
imagine
but he
why.
didn't really care. And then he went and opened up a bunch of gentlemen's clubs in the area that he lived in, and was all over the news because the local the town basically just didn't want those clubs there, and so he kept like changing them until he eventually ended up in with the Church of the Fuzzy Bunny or something like that, where it was literally a religious experience, as he would call it.
Classy.
And he was all over the news trying to like plead his case and promote the business. Oh my god.
Yeah, he seems like an upstanding dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
you know, whatever.
Totally.
That's crazy.
But then besides that, HBO's been knocking it out of the park with Avenue 5. It's so stupid, so fucking funny though.
So ridiculous.
Hugh Laurie is so fantastic in that show.
Josh Gad.
That's who it is. Is fucking. He's such an idiot.
Yeah.
But goddamn, he's
Zach
fucking
Woods
hilarious.
is the best thing on that show.
He is pretty much
Yeah, he's like, his character is just so like fucking out there.
so out there.
Oh, it's so good.
Such an asshole. Such a.
I still
departure
from when he was on Silicon Valley.
Yeah. Well, I never watched Silicon Valley, but even from like I think it's the second episode where he's doing the couples counseling with those two.
Jesus
and he's
Christ.
just like, I just want you to talk.
Valley. This is what I think of.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I was like, why is he making wheelchair?
Jerking off four dudes at
it's
once.
not
Jerking off
wheelchair.
4 dudes at once.
Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
You have to
Yeah,
match
I
them up with height and girth
Yeah,
to make it better.
yeah, I remember that now. But he's doing the couples counseling, and he's like, I just want you to just to talk into this, and just to vent everything, and then we're just gonna let it go. And they get done, and he's just like, and send. And she's like, what? What'd you just do? He's like, I just let it go to everybody on the ship. And it's like, oh my god, you're a fucking asshole.
Oh,
or
that's so good.
the word cloud
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
of all the things that those two have said about each other. And I don't even remember what the husband is looking through the word cloud, and he's like, where's like whatever the word was, and Josh Gad or what's his name,
Zach
was like,
Woods, yeah.
Zach Woods was like, oh no, we've been here for an hour before you got here. And she said that a lot.
Oh, it's so good.
So fucking good.
Yeah, man.
So good. Mike, you should watch it.
Okay, I'm on it.
Doubt it. Something new? Mike's gonna watch something new?
Sure. As soon as I get done with The Simpsons.
You're never gonna be done with this.
All
never gonna be
30
done.
fucking 3
In
seasons?
all honesty, how far into this are you planning to go? Are you planning to become current eventually, or is there just going to reach a point where you're going to fall off?
No, I want to watch all of them. I want to be able to say I've seen all the Simpsons episodes. I'm in it for the long run, sir.
Okay.
Aren't there something like 3,000 episodes, though?
I mean,
No,
yeah.
there's over 300 episodes.
Or 3,000. 300 episodes? That's a lot.
'Cause
It feels
they
more like
celebrated-
3,000 when you
Yes.
say, like, I'm on season 4 of 500, right? Like 500 seasons?
I think it's
been going-
30... 33?
Yeah.
33 years?
I think
Probably
they're
something
in
Do
33.
they
34.
drop, later on, did they drop from, like, the standard 20, 22 per?
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, because it's going slow right now to get through season to season.
Yeah.
I bet.
Especially if you're doing 2 a day.
I'm not even, like, averaging that anymore.
Oh,
Because, like, the schedule's kind of got fucked up a little bit, so now
thanks.
I'm getting, like, 1 a day in.
Having watched things like back to back like that, how has the animation changed and how has the voice acting changed?
So about season 2, the animation cleaned up a little bit,
Mhm.
but now I'm in season 4, and it looks pretty much exactly how it looks now, just not as high def, obviously, not as clean, but like the designs are all there now. The voice acting, there's still a couple small side characters that don't, because I watched a current episode recently, or like a scene from a current episode, and like Homer, like the main crew, they sound a little bit different, but you could tell it's just because the people are older.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just that slight off from like season 4, but like by season 4, the designs and the voice is basically it. Like they're basically there. There's a couple small characters that will subtly change a little bit, But like season halfway through like season 3, like it's The Simpsons.
Okay.
Like that's that lane, you know, like
They've
that's
gotten
those
into
are the
their
ones you
groove,
remember. Yeah, like
and it's more like the animation style that you
Yeah.
see now. It's just
yeah,
obviously it's
and the
better
pacing's better, and the jokes and everything. It's not because, like I said, that first season's dark as fuck.
now. Oh yeah.
It's talking about divorce, suicide, fucking cheating, like all these weird things. But yeah, and then I realized too, because Homer was so off in the first season and a half, is I heard Conan O'Brien talking about it on a podcast that the first season he was played like Walter Matthau.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah. Like once he said it, it clicked, and then
Yeah.
now it's nothing like that at all. Yeah, but it's cool though. It's in the fun one now where you're like the first couple seasons it was like there's a good episode and like 2 episodes that are like
Yeah.
Since like the 3rd season, like it's just been good episode. Even like the ones that aren't as good are like still pretty funny.
Yeah.
But then what's also weird too is because a lot of the stuff is dealing with like current events, and it's obviously not evergreen because
Right.
we're talking about 1995-ish or something like that where we're at right now. And I'm like, I had to like Google names on a couple of them to see like what the and
You're
then
like, Ross Perot.
yeah,
Who
but there was
that?
like a military or a political guy that I just didn't. I
Yeah.
was like, I can't fucking remember. And I Googled him, and then like I saw his face, and then I kind of clicked. I remembered what the news cycles
scandal
were
or
around him. I'm
whatever
like,
it was,
okay, all right, a little bit better. But they make some jokes though that are like pretty impressive that they were making them back then.
Uh-huh.
Like there was one of the Treehouse of Horrors. I think it's season or the 3rd one. Marge is trying to get on like a submarine or something like that, and Burns is like the owner of it, or a ship. They're trying to get on a ship, and Burns is like the master of it because they're doing a play on King Kong
Okay.
where Homer is.
Okay.
is the ape.
Yeah.
I remember that one. Yeah.
And so they're gonna use Marge as the bait.
Yeah.
And so it's the only woman they let on the boat, and he's Burns says, "I've always said women and seamen don't mix," and Smithers was like, "I totally agree, sir." And he just looks at him, and they hold the look for like 3 seconds. I was like, "Oh god." Yeah, but I forgot because I knew like if you had asked me, you're like, "Oh yeah, Smithers is in love with Burns."
Yeah.
God damn, is he in love with Burns?
Yeah.
Like they just beat it over the head all the time.
Yep.
It's pretty funny. But yeah, it's fun. I'll at some point I'll probably like set it down for a while. But I mean they're just so good and they go quick, so it's a pretty easy
It's only a
binge.
half hour
It's just
long. After commercials, it's like what,
20
20 minutes?
These early ones are probably like 25, 26 minutes
Yeah.
because the commercial breaks were a lot less back then. But I know they'll go down to like 19, 20 at some point. But yeah, it's a fun time. And then I'm sprinkling in 30 Rock with it too.
Nice.
Yeah, 30 Rock's a fun rewatch too.
Good show.
Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At some point I'll watch something new. Or maybe not.
Or maybe not.
I did watch
By the
Ford.
time you get to something new, it's going to be old by that time.
Well, that's
so-
what I was.
yeah,
That's
that's
what
fine.
I was thinking too with the Simpsons. It's like by the time he gets to the new episodes, it'll already be like 5-6 years
Yeah.
after they've come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like he'll new
So
ones.
this will
to
be
keep
the
going.
new old ones that he gets to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll never watch them current on live TV. I will wait for them to be on Disney Plus.
You'll continue watching them, and then they'll probably by that time have ended the actual show already,
I don't
And-
think they'll ever end the show.
and you'll be like, "Oh no, I'm current."
They're
but it doesn't exist
they're
anymore.
in early stages to do the next movie.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. That's gonna be fun.
The original plan, I remember reading. I don't know if it was like accurate, but I remember reading about how the movie was originally going to be like the end point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're like, it's a good run. We'll cap it off with a movie, but then the movie like kind of reinvigorized everything, and like everything kind of went back up, and
They're
then like
like, "Fuck
DVD
it."
sales sold again real high, and then they started getting into some of the streaming things. That's when they started negotiating with like who had it first?
FX.
Well, who had the streaming first?
I think
Yeah.
Hulu
Yeah.
had it though for a minute. like a hot minute.
Oh, through
before
probably
FX.
through Fox. Yeah.
Yeah. But then the whole channel that was created
Yeah.
for The Simpsons was
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
FX. Yeah.
But I think, I mean, it's weird. It can just keep going forever and kind of repeat itself. But
Yeah, there's no really need to stop it, but it just
characters don't get older. It is weird knowing that like now a lot of the voice actors are leaving.
Yeah.
and dying.
Yeah, you do something for 30 something years.
Right.
That's crazy.
They made bank off that show though. Serious bank.
They had some years there where it was like the highest rated show on TV.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Probably a
Emmy
few of them
award-winning.
actually. Probably a few years in a row where they had the highest rated show. I
And
imagine.
they can go down to a point where they do 10 episodes a year.
South
and
Park,
make it
South Park type thing.
make it
Yeah.
a super part-time gig for everybody. And everyone will still be happy because it's like it's not
Everybody, I think,
important
would-
that it fills up a time slot on TV. It's important that it's like available someplace.
even for fans. I know when South Park comes back, it's one of my favorite times of
Yeah.
the year. You know,
Just to
and
see what the shit they're going to
Same
try to
thing with,
do.
like,
shit
Sunny.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Sunny comes back now, you know it's like 8 to 10 episodes.
Yeah.
They're, you know, it's gonna be over quick, but it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
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 I think that's about it.
I think that's about it.
Hells yeah,
Comes naturally we are.
Joe?
Mike.
I'm Cody, and that's it for this episode, everybody. As usual, you fuckers just came naturally.